Hi, my lovely Africans. Something beautiful happened over last week, and although I might be late to share this, but I think I need to share this with you guys because it was actually beautiful to see two of our great African countries to actually pave the way for other African people to learn this. Okay, I'm not going too far. I'm just talking about South Africa and Nigeria, how both of them, the presidents have come together to actually enhance the trade between these two countries. All right, now see what is happening between these beautiful countries and how they have actually made the pace for other African countries to see the need to actually trade with each other and boost our various economies. Okay, let's see this. Well, recently it was shared by the African Thousand People saying South Africa's president Cyril Ramaphosa has called for the boost of trade between Nigeria and South Africa. He said, "We want Nigeria products on the South African shelves. Nigeria is a huge market for South African companies."
We want to enable investors to promote and operate their businesses in a manner that will enable them to pursue various opportunities in various sectors of the economy. We look forward to seeing more Nigerian companies investing in South Africa. In fact, we want to see Nigerian products on the shelves of South African shops.
Wow. As you see in the video, that is the man himself, His Excellency Mr. Ramaphosa, actually saying that they are happy to have Nigeria as a partner, and also they are also happy to have Nigeria as one of their biggest or giants in countries that they actually trade with. Okay, and he's happy to announce this. Well, he didn't just only say that. Well, see this one too. He said this one. See, well, he also says South Africa will ease visa rules to boost trade with Nigeria. South Africa plans to introduce a 5-year visa for Nigeria tourists, eliminating the requirement to submit passports. Wow.
Efforts to create a favorable environment include our simplified visa process for Nigerian business people to travel to South Africa. Qualifying Nigerian business people can be granted a 5-year multiple entry visa. In addition, tourists from Nigeria are now able to apply for a visa without even submitting a passport.
Yeah, so there you have it. Okay, that is the first gentleman of South Africa, His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa. He's saying that, hey, Nigeria, you guys, we need you guys, and you also need us to discuss and trade with each other. You guys are one of the countries that South Africa companies are thriving in, and we are happy to also boost ourselves and also have this kind of beautiful trade between us. I was happy when I saw this, but I was kind of caught up with one or two things, mostly with school duties, so I wasn't able to get this video done with you guys faster. But it's never too late on Vidashi Studios, right? It's never too late. But the talks or how the videos went was actually approving or attributing that South Africa need Nigeria more than Nigeria will need South Africa, but it's not like that. It's actually a win-win situation between them. Okay, South Africa companies are thriving very beautifully in Nigeria right now. Companies like Shoprite, MTN, other beautiful companies are thriving so much. Do you know why? Nigeria have the population, they have the numbers, they are also have the ability to purchase and also enhance how you can actually grow. The DSTV subscription in Nigeria, they are actually doing their best with it. These are all South African companies and they are thriving heavily in Nigeria. But one would think that how Ramaphosa actually does it and talks about giving a visa or easing the visa access by Nigerians to South Africa, you might think that South Africa actually needs Nigeria more, but it's not like that. It's kind of a win-win situation here. Hand go, hand come. Do you know why? Because South Africa are one of the top countries that actually promotes, or the biggest country that actually promotes intra-Africa trade with each African countries. Do you know why? We'll see this. Let me tell you this. See this. So it was shared in 2024 that top 10 African countries with the largest export to fellow African countries, and it says several countries have experienced a significant rise in intra-African exports, with Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire leading in year-over-year growth. Listed by Intra-African reports in USD, that's in dollar, including YOY growth rates, it says number 1 African country that is the top most in intra-African trade exports with each other African countries is South Africa. South Africa actually export or transport about 29.61 billion US dollars to other African countries. Yeah, they export about 29.61 billion to other African countries. So I'm gonna say it's a win-win situation here. If this is actually being accessible and easy, a free movement between South Africa and Nigeria with trade, not just any kind of movement though, but as Ramaphosa said, specifically for trade, that means it's a win-win situation. I say business can thrive in Nigeria, and Nigerians also can enjoy some South Africa products too. It's a win-win situation. How about that? Now, see, number 2 on the list is Cote d'Ivoire with $11.38 billion. Number 3 is Egypt, $6.61 billion. Number 4 is Ghana, $6.02 billion. And number 5 is Nigeria with $5.63 billion. Okay, so Nigeria intra-African trade export to other African countries in 2024 was $5.63 billion. And that was a plus 8.18%. That means they actually improved this year. While Morocco is said to have number 6 on the list with $3.78 billion. DR Congo is number 7 on the list with 3.34 billion. Number 8 is Zambia, 3.17 billion. Number 9 is Namibia, 3.15 billion. And number 10 is Tanzania with $3.13 billion. And they are all having a plus. Okay, that is it. So as you can see, it's not just like any other kind of deal here. Not just like South Africa is actually paving way for Nigeria to enter South Africa, because South Africa needs Nigeria business, economy and Nigeria population to thrive. No, it's a win-win situation here. It's a beautiful day for Africa. 2 of our greatest countries are actually leading the way or paving the way for other African countries to see the need to actually trade with each other. South Africa has seen the significance of having Nigeria as a trade partner. It's like having the Nigerian market is actually good, and South African businesses are thriving in. Don't forget this: South African companies in Nigeria are actually still paying tax to South African economy, so it's beautiful. And also, Nigerians can also get into South Africa and get the goods to export, because South Africa is one of the largest exporters in Africa, so they can actually get a lot of goods to export to Nigeria too. This is a win-win situation here. No one is greater than anybody. It's Africa actually getting things right this time. Hopefully we can have a Kenya-Ghana kind of trade, Ghana-Uganda kind of trade, Zimbabwe-South Africa kind of trade, Zimbabwe-Egypt kind of trade, and then Africa can actually have it better, because transporting from Europe to Africa is far, it's costly, and it's too much. We need to actually save our currency. The dollar is actually humiliating our economies. We need to get this right, okay? So I'm actually happy to see that South Africa have made this bold step, and also to actually improve both countries' intra-African trade and also enhance trade among African countries. This is beautiful, and I hope other African countries can also watch and learn this, okay? I'm happy for this one. Very, very happy for this. But that is what I should say, and I was here to actually talk about this. It's already out there, but I'm just here to show you and throw some important lights on what to know about this. Hope you have learned something. The name is Vidashi, and this was African Time. Thank you for your time.